So this week, the Kansas City Chiefs signed up soon-to-be 25-year-old quarterback Patrick Mahomes, former league MVP, Super Bowl champion, Super Bowl MVP, yada, 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 to it's a 12-year deal, but basically a 10-year extension. So, of course, we always talk about, barroom discussions, just like who would win in a race, the Flash or Usain Bolt, or just ridiculous hypotheticals like that. But simple exercise. Which current Viking would you sign up for a 10-year extension? Right. So taking out current deals, taking out market costs, taking out cap ramifications, everything like that. This does not have to be that complicated. Just simple. Hey, I would give that guy a 10-year deal. All right. So straight up, who do you want for the next decade? Let's talk about it. So Danielle Hunter's probably the obvious one, as well as probably the only one, right? Because you got the best edge rusher in the NFL, so he's proven himself. So there's a couple of factors that go in here. Have they proven himself? Are they young enough? Will they be able to keep it up for the next 10 years? That's what she said. So Danielle Hunter, obviously one of the best edge rushers in the NFL, if not the best edge rusher in the league for my money. Turns 26 in October. The jokes, the continual jokes and memes about Danielle Hunter's age for the past 5 years, like they're still going on. All right. As well as we've seen that edge rushers can be effective into their mid-30s, even late 30s. So, yeah, I think Danielle right now would be the obvious one, and potentially probably the only one on the Vikings. Next, I guess number 2 silver medalist would be Brian O'Neill. He does turn 25 September. First 2 years have had positive returns. He is slowly becoming one of the best young, athletic, rising right tackles in the league. I think he does make a big jump this year 3. And, signing up a guy for 10 years, he'll be 35 years old. We have seen tackles play at a decently high and potentially elite level late into their 30s. You look at Andrew Whitworth. You look at Jason Peters still out there chilling. You look at, I had another name in mind. Slips my mind. Doesn't matter. But yeah, Brian O'Neill. This one would be gambling because unlike Danielle, Brian O'Neill hasn't proved it at the highest level as of yet. But you're just betting on the come there. But also, could you be tying yourself to a decade for a guy who just turns out to be slightly above average? Well, frankly, for the Vikings offensive line and recent history, we'll certainly take that. Another name that people have been throwing out there, C.J. Ham. Initially, I was like, C.J. Ham, the fullback. Love me some fullbacks. Love me some C.J. Ham, the Pride of Duluth, Pride of Augustana. But does turn 27 in July. So, I don't know. 37-year-old fullback. Some guys, TBD. So, Garrett Bradbury, he does turn just turned 25 in June. Happy belated birthday to the Pride of NC State. Now, 35-year-old center. Doable, but also, Bradbury had an up and down rookie year. Well, he had a down beginning, and then towards the end of the year, start really getting things together. So again, he's trending in the right direction, but not even in the same ballpark as Brian O'Neill. So that one's a little bit iffy. Justin Jefferson, first round wide receiver, number 22 overall, just turned 21 in January. So, if you're betting on him, sure, that'd be great. Have 10 years of wide receiver excellence from JJ. And at the end, he'd only be 31. So theoretically, you could sign him up for another 5-year deal after that. So, yeah, but of course, that would be extremely risky. He hasn't played down yet in the NFL. But if they cater to his strengths, which Kubiak sounds like he's going to do, sure. Cameron Dantzler turns 22 in September. Jeff Gladney turns 24 in December, so it takes a little bit of shine off of that. But Dantzler, 22, would be 32 at the end of that contract. You do like his size. You do like his alpha dogness, so maybe. James Lynch turned 21 in January. But again, that's a big projecting. That's a big wishful thinking that James Lynch steps up as a 4th-round pick, ascends the heights, becomes a great edge rusher. You could say the same thing with DJ Wanham, although Wanham is 23, so 31 and 33 respectively at the end of these hypothetical, not going to happen 10-year contracts. Sure. And then some other stars of the Vikings that you would say no to. Thielen, no. Harrison, no. Obviously, love both of them, except by the time those 10-year deals would be done, they'd be 40. Probably would have been out of the league for a number of years by then. You could go with Dalvin. Dalvin is only 24, 34-year-old running back, but, we're hesitant about giving Dalvin a 2-year extension. Maybe even 3 is way too long. 3 years is basically a decade in running back years. It really is. And then, of course, the elephant in the room. Talk about Kirk Cousins, but Kirk does turn 32 in August, unlike the 24-year-old Patrick Mahomes. So I mean, are you going to wager Kirk Cousins is going to go Tom Brady and Drew Brees on the bit and be playing into his 40s? Probably not. Would we like that? I don't know. Man. So, long story longer. Basically, just Daniil, maybe Brian O'Neill, and that's kind of about it. But again, it's nothing to be taken seriously. It's all hypothetical, but it is a fun little barroom discussion to have. But your thoughts? Who'd you ink up for a decade? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. You want to support the work? Pull us on the Venmo. But until next time, Skull Production Value.